Broadcasting live from the WGBB World Headquarters here in New York. This is the Big Fat Joey Show with your host, Big Fat Joey.
Hey, Sin, Big Fat Joey, Big Fat Joey Show. Biggest thing on radio. Happy New Year. Welcome back.
Big Fat Joey, it's a new year and a new show.
New year, new show, 2021. Let's rock on. Also, it's our anniversary for the show.
I can't believe it. Where did the time go for you?
I have no idea. It went quick. I must thank, first and foremost, all of you who listen to our show, both live on the radio here at WGBB Radio, broadcasting out of New York, as well as all my listeners on the podcast sites, either Podbean or Apple Podcast, iHeart Podcast. Thank you for listening. It's a great run. We enjoy the show. And then I must thank all of the artists and entertainers that have so graciously decided to come on and share their life stories and their works with us.
I'm so excited, and we have a lot of fun today.
We definitely do. We have one of our super favorite guests coming on today.
A Hottie from Long Island, Colin Macy-O'Toole.
Yeah, Colin came back with us. You know, we spoke with him right before the holidays. He was gracious enough to carve some time out and speak with us about all that he's up to. Sin, tell us what he's up to.
He is up to a new show on Bravo called Galley Talk. It's on Friday nights, and I've been loving it. It's like they commentate on like what's going on with the show.
Well, you have Colin. Who else is on there, Sin?
You have all the OGs. You have
Kelly.
You have Kate.
Yeah, Kate Chastain. You have a lot of the Yachty alums on there. And basically, they're narrating the episode. So, you know, they give you an idea.
Like what Captain Lee is doing, and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe he's doing this, and what happened with the guests. It's a lot of fun.
It definitely is a lot of fun.
And they all have their wine with them and cheese, and it's like a fun time.
And Kate has a puppy dog with her.
Yes, so cute.
Yes.
She looks fabulous, and Colin's so fun, and Kelly with his sister. It's a lot of fun.
It's definitely a lot of fun. So Friday nights, thank goodness they put this on, because, you know, Friday nights getting a little dull. Not really a lot on there to watch, but Galley Talk, everyone, if you're a Below Deck fan like we are, and you love Colin and the crew like we do, you have to check it out on Bravo TV Friday nights.
Friday nights, that's my go-to time and place to watch Galley Talk on Bravo.
So, Sin, what's been going on? We took a little
New
break,
year,
everyone.
New year, new show.
Right, New Year, new show. We took a little break right before the holidays, a little hiatus. We didn't go anywhere to do anything special. We're not to the Hamptons, but I will say Hamptons are a lot more crowded this winter than they normally are. A lot of people are out there. A lot of people have put down roots. A lot of people are hunkering down out in the Hamptons.
And a little bit of shopping and online shopping. I just received a box from the Fashion Foundation. They have the cutest accessories. It goes to a good cause, and I'm loving all the stuff they have.
Yes, definitely. What would you got?
Headbands, and I also purchased
earmuffs
that have like little cat ears, and a cute bag. Rebecca Minkoff. They have adorable items, so it's definitely a good place to do some shopping for accessories.
Yeah, so check them out, the Fashion Foundation.
Yes, thank you again.
And yes, thank you. They have some great items there. But otherwise, laying low. We still have our Christmas tree up. Well, you know what? We decided, instead of taking it down after Little Christmas, like we normally do, we're going to leave it up a little bit to try to, bring on some cheer, some festiveness, get over the doldrums of January and the grayness. And I mean, luckily, thank goodness, knock on wood,
it's been pretty warm in New York.
It's been pretty warm in New York. And, this morning, what is it? I think it's
close to 50.
It's supposed to get close to 50. I think right now it's about 40. So might be able to squeeze out a couple more degrees, but thank goodness. So we have the tree up, and that's fun. I enjoy the tree. It brings a little different in the house, and it's a good nightlight.
Maybe we'll decorate it for Valentine's Day. I don't know if it'll hold up, but try.
Yeah, we have a real tree, so I don't know. I'm still watering it, but we'll have to see how long this bad boy can survive. But we're just having fun, celebrating our 4th year anniversary on the radio here over at WGBB. And thankful for all of everyone over at GBB keeping us on the air. And also like to give a shout out to our board man, Tom. Tom fell ill before the holidays. He's still out. Tom, if you're listening, me and Sin wish you the best for speedy recovery. And, we'll speak soon. And I can't wait to have you back.
Yep, absolutely. Feel better, Tom. And hopefully we'll see you soon.
All right, everyone. And then also on today's show, we have an awesome indie artist, Mary Alouette, also known as a Lark. Mary is an independent electro-pop artist who has been in the business for quite some time. She just dropped her latest EP, Cuban Diaries, and we're going to be listening to one of the songs off of that EP, Si tu Corazon. Hopefully I said that right. My high school Spanish only gets me so far these days.
So funny.
All right, everyone, without any further ado, up next is our favorite Hottie, Colin Macy-O'Toole.
Woo-woo!
All right, everyone, let's welcome to the line fan favorite, one of Long Island's Yachties, Colin Macy-O'Toole from Below Deck Med, and now Galley Talk. Colin, welcome to the Big Fat Joey Show. How are you?
Thanks for having me back. That's quite the introduction. I appreciate it.
Well, we love having you back. So excited when I heard about this new show coming out this Friday, January 1st. Let 2021 be everything that 2020 was not. Hopefully, happy, healthy new year to everyone. And, we'll, move on from there. But I'm so excited to see that you have a new show, Galley Talk, on with us.
I'm so excited, Colin. Yay, it's Cynthia. I'm so happy. I'm ready for this new show.
Oh, well, thank you.
New year, new show.
Yeah, it's new year, new show. Just like you said, Joe, I don't know, hopefully 2021 kind of starts off on the right foot, especially with this crazy year that we had. But it's this Friday, January 1st around 7 p.m. Eastern. It's just gonna be a fun show. It's just a bunch of alums, just fun, some fun people. Just hanging out, getting together, having some drinks, having some food, and just kind of, just seeing some insights of what we think of the show, maybe some behind the scenes things that we talk about that maybe the current cast is going through, and just kind of getting viewers a like I said, just like a little inside scoop of just a little bit about the show.
So who are you teamed up with? Because I know there's all the OGs, I guess I would call. They're all OGs.
Well, first, what's the whole premise of the show?
So the premise of the show is I always compare it to, kind of like viewers, the viewing couch, or I know 90 Day Fiancé does Pillow Talk, where it's basically just, different pairs of Below Deck alums, and they're hanging out at, respective houses and apartments, and we're just watching this current season of Below Deck that's currently airing, and we're just commenting on things we might on the show, and maybe things we would have done differently, or like I said, maybe some behind the scenes things that we went through that I'm sure the current cast is going through, and it's really just a fun show. It's just a relaxed show, and hopefully you can get some there's no filters on it. It's just us being ourselves, not in a working environment, and we're just kind of just goofing around and having a good time, and hopefully we can make some people laugh doing it.
So now who are you teamed up with? Because you headed down to Florida, I saw.
Yes, I recently just came back from Florida, and I paired up with Below Deck Med from season 1 and 2, Bobby G and Cola. He was the ex-fireman that became a Yachty, and this whole quarantine, we actually just got really close, and he's a good friend of mine now, and we did a couple songs together over the internet, and and we just kind of hit it off, and so Bravo asked me who I want to watch Below Deck with, and unfortunately Joao, my bestie, he's still overseas, at home in Africa, so so I just flew out to Florida, hung out with Bobby for a couple days, and did some filming, and we had a blast filming, and hopefully they'll show that on the show.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We need new TV to watch. It seems like the same old. So I'm excited. And who else? You have like Kate. You have a whole bunch of like all the OGs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we have 5 pairs total. So Bobby and I are one. We have Alex and Anastasia from the Med seasons. They'll be later on in the season. That's another couple. We have Kate and Connie from the regular Below Deck. We have Amy and Kelly. They were the OGs basically from the regular Below Deck season. And then we have Josiah and Julia. They're overseas in England, and they're part of it too. So it's a bunch of great people. And, hopefully it's going to be a fun show.
So is it going to run for like a few weeks, or is it like for the rest of the season of the show?
Yeah, right now, it's going to be the rest of the season. So right now, I believe this past week was the start of the second half of the current Below Deck season. So we watched, this past Monday episode up to the rest of the season. So it winds up being 8 total episodes.
Awesome.
So you'll get 2 months of us just kind of commenting and, goofing around and having a good time.
It's going to be so fun.
And you know what? First of all, we love watching you. We love having you on. We think you're one of the best Yachties that have been on Below Deck. But also, you're coming on, and we're based on Long Island just like you. You're only a couple of miles down the road from us, and you're on for the next 2 months. And just watching you just gets us closer and closer to the spring, closer to summer, closer to being back on the Great South Bay, closer to Fire Island, hanging out. It just, yours is one of the shows, Below Deck, and now obviously Galley Talk, that keeps us through the winter because, it's just, luckily we've been pretty good except for a little snowstorm a week ago, but, the weather around here in the wintertime, and especially January, February, is pretty crappy.
Yeah, and you know what? I think, the timing with Friday night, Below Deck has been doing so well, with Bravo, that, expanding the franchise a little bit and, especially putting this on a Friday night during quarantine and what else do people do, on Friday nights really, so hopefully we can, like I said, put a smile on people's faces and, maybe they can actually enjoy Friday nights being stuck inside once in a while for a couple of weeks.
It's true. And I'm so thrilled that Below Deck is the #1 hit series. Because you guys are really working. It puts a smile on everyone's face. There's no table flipping or fighting. I just love it. What do you feel about it being #1?
Yeah, congratulations being #1. Reality TV series for Bravo. We were excited to see that last week.
Yeah, I saw that. It's it means a lot, especially to Bravo. Because Bravo's it's a well-known network and. The fact that we're on top of there right now is, it's definitely great news. I think the Housewives, I think the reason why I think Below Deck does really well is, every year is a new story, right? You have, brand new cast every year. So, a couple of years down the road when you get to know the Housewives, it's like, okay, you already know this person already.
Right.
I think Below Deck, why it does so well is, you're getting, essentially 8-9 new crew members a year. And you get to know them. You get to know their backstory. A little bit, right? So every season's new, right? For the most part, the boats are new, the locations are new. So it's kind of like I always say, it's a mini vacation every Monday night. For the viewers, and the charter guests are crazy; they're out of their minds. So they have the perfect recipe, and I'm glad that they're doing well with it.
Yeah, and you hit it right on the head. New boats, new people every season. Unlike, some other franchises where it's
same
drama. And especially on some of them, they're just bringing in new people for drama. You guys are really working. You're really dealing with the charter guests who are asking sometimes or doing crazy things. And, you're all cooped up in that little spot, which, we've spoken to you and a handful of other, Yachties from Below Deck. I don't know how you live in those little sardine cans.
Yeah, I think I've mentioned it a couple times on the show myself. Living by myself and having a queen size bed for myself, and then going. I love Joao to death, but having a room with Joao and in a tiny bed like that for 6 weeks, it's definitely a change. I haven't had a roommate since college, so
right.
It's definitely a different environment, but it's like I said, if I was 10 years younger, I probably would have done yachting for many years, but I'm on the older side, and I just like having my space.
Yeah, and you know what? It's as you get older, obviously, it makes it more difficult to adapt to all of that. Listen, I'd love to be 20 years young. A lot of different things I would do as well, but you know what? You did it. You've enjoyed it. You're one of the superstars of the Below Deck franchise, and you're rocking it with the new show Galley Talk. But beyond that, you are such a prolific rapper that you won the Silver Award for the Promax Award. Tell us all about this. It's like having you're like Long Island's version of Eminem, and not the candy.
No. Yeah, Bravo. They emailed me a few weeks ago, and there's an award called the Promax Award, where it's a marketing basically award for different TV programs and their commercials and everything that they do to try and market their shows. And Bravo won the Silver Award for one of my raps I did for them, and I beat out Disney. There's not many people that can say they beat out a Disney song, So and the first place was ABC, and that's because they used a Queen song. They said they used "Don't Stop Me Now." But so I was very thankful. I'm sure Bravo is very happy to hear that, and like I said, Bravo has treated me well, and I hope with all the these silly commercials that I do for them, hopefully they're getting some good press out of it as well.
I'm sure they are, but congratulations, because we watch you on your Instagram, and you're always rapping, you're always belting out some new tunes, and it's not easy to do, especially
and the piano during pandemic,
and the piano, so you don't just sing or rap, you actually have some musical talent as well.
Yeah, well, I didn't think, 10 plus years ago that being a music educator and jazz studies major would have led to me being a rapper on a big time TV network. But and winning an award for it,
right? For
that matter. But no, it's been a lot of fun, and it's like I said, when I first started doing these raps for the recaps on the show, I just assumed when I posted my first one, I was just going to get killed, like this sucks, all this stuff. And I figured that out. All right, I'll delete it, never hear from me again. But since that first week I did it a couple of years ago, I was like, oh my God, this is hilarious. I can't wait till next week. So it just became a thing. And like I said, I guess Bravo really appreciates, the commercials I do for them. And I guess it's been working out.
Yeah, keep it up. I love it. Now, who else have you been in touch with besides Bobby during the pandemic? Anybody else or...
Yeah, I talked to Joao, obviously my buddy. I talk to him about once or twice a week to make sure that he's doing all right. I talked to Anastasia probably once or twice a week as well. She's doing well. She's back in Vermont. Who do I talk to? I mean, it's just like a lot of DMs. Like, for example, Kelly Johnson, from Galley Talk as well. Like, we never met each other. He just messaged me the other day, so we're talking now. And Alex,
awesome.
From Med, he reached out to me a couple of days ago as well. So, I always compare Below Deck to like Bachelor Nation, where like once you're on Below Deck, you're like part of the club now.
Yes, you guys support each other.
I haven't met. Exactly. Like I haven't met any of these, most of these people, but yet we can just DM each other and have a conversation like we're best friends. That's just how it is.
That's awesome.
So it's a great culture. It's a great group to be in, and it's a bunch of great guys.
So I was wondering, I would love to see, I don't know if you watch Deadliest Catch, but I would love to see all the Yachties with Captain Sig for one day. What do you think
I don't know if
that?
I may need some, rough sea pill from Dramamine or something. I don't know how those guys do it. That's a little, maybe a little more intense. I love when the boat rocks. It puts me to sleep. But what those guys do over there, I don't know. That's a little scary.
I would love to see you guys like on that boat for one day, and then those guys with like Captain Lee or Captain Sandy.
We had Captain Sig on a couple of weeks ago, and we posed the same question, and he was laughing, and he goes, it'd be fine to have the med guys on our boats. They get banged up and roughed up. He goes, but I don't know how their paying clientele would be able to deal with our crews on the yacht. Our crews are a little not so refined.
Yeah. They'll be a lot better than us, especially if you have charter guests on. We're definitely not getting a tip if that was the case.
So funny.
But that would definitely be a fun crossover, just for
a day.
Just for a day. Yeah, and the summertime too, where the Bering Sea isn't rocking and rolling. We don't want any of you guys to get killed over there.
Yeah. Plus, my mom may have to sign a waiver because if I had to go on that show, she'd probably be freaking out.
It's too much. I don't know how they do it.
But moms, she'd be like, "Be careful, but don't forget to bring me back some crab legs."
yeah, I'd have to bring back a souvenir of some sort.
So what other Bravo show would you like to guest star on if you could? Like a crossover.
You know what? I just got into Summer House.
Yes.
Obviously that takes place in the Hamptons. Those guys are great. I talk to Carl once in a while, and they're doing well. And yeah, their season's starting in a couple months, I believe. And they had a crazy season, which I can't wait to watch. Obviously if I had, that's a great show. But if I had the money for it, maybe $1 Million Listing.
Yeah.
That's always a fun show to watch. But yeah, I mean, it's like I said, Bravo is just one big kind of clique, and they're all great people. When I met a bunch of people at BravoCon, last November, they're all some of the nicest people I've ever met. Despite what you may see on TV, they're really nice people, and it's just it's just very comforting that Bravo has such an image like that.
It's true. And yes, the Summer House crew, like you said, Carl, and they're all just sweet.
Yeah, very nice guys, very nice, and girls.
Yeah, they're all very sweet, absolutely. So I could see you on the Summer House. I think it would be fun. Hey, it's right up the block. It's really not far. I would love it. Now, do you watch Seinfeld?
Seinfeld, yeah.
Okay, so what character would you be on that show?
Who's you?
Who's you?
Oh, I don't know. I think I'm like a mix. I don't know. I think I'm a mix of the three guys. Sometimes I'm like very paranoid, like George. I'm obviously I'm a little goofy, like Kramer, but I'm also just kind of like a veggie, just a vegged out, regular person, just like everybody else. Just like Seinfeld's character. And I mean, it's I had someone message me to like, oh well, thank you for. No, I try to reply to DMs as much as possible, and one person said, thank you for being so nice and responding to us normal people. I'm like, I'm just a regular person, just like you. Just because I may be on a TV screen doesn't mean that I'm above anybody by any means. So I love talking to people, and like I said, I'm just a regular person, just like everybody else.
So who would you be starstruck to see if you could, or maybe you met them already?
You know what I did, on the sports side, I did bump into Eli Manning at the airport. That was pretty exciting. I didn't bother him, but he's one of those guys, especially in New York, he's like a legend, obviously.
Right, of course.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's definitely different being now on the other side of on the TV screen. I think a lot of people. I mean, I thought about this. Seeing people on TV and like, oh my gosh, like. That's so crazy. But then being on the other side of it, it's like they're just people. We're just people, maybe some musicians, and artists may be, better than some, or maybe role models to some sports, athletes and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, we're just regular, people just doing jobs, and it's that's all I can say about that. Really, I'm just trying to kind of keep calm and just kind of live our lives.
But how about what's the craziest thing a fan did? Any crazy story?
I mean, I had a fan print out. They made socks. They ordered socks with my face on it.
That's cute, though.
Some things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people ordered some June Hannah shirts, obviously, with all that happened last year.
Yes, yep.
But actually, it's a lot of sweet things. Like I had a woman message me last year or 2 years ago when I first started that her mom had cancer or something, and when the episodes of my parents visiting, she said she was in a lot of pain, but every Monday you seeing your parents and making us laugh every Monday just kind of put our mind off of the pain and everything. And she's just nice. Like, thank you. My mom passed the other day, but she you got us through. And I just broke down, because you don't think of these people that watch the show just to kind of get away from maybe their everyday problems that they have, and it's it just hit me hard.
Yeah, that's right. That's sweet though. At least she told that's nice to know. You made a difference. Yeah, definitely. But you don't think of that. I'm just goofing around on a boat essentially, right. And you just don't really realize how what kind of impact you may have on other people.
Well, speaking of impact, Sin is Jones in the play. Everyone's favorite game show, This or That. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go.
Let's go, Colin. This is for New Year's Eve. Times Square or home?
Oh, home, hands down.
Chips or dips or pig in the blanket?
I'll probably do chips and dip. I love a good dip.
Party anthem or jump around? I'm ready to jump around.
Party anthem or jump around? I don't know. Party anthem was a good song. That's a good time.
They're all good. How about DoorDash or home cooked?
I'm a home cooker.
Okay. How about beer pong or quarters?
Beer pong, definitely.
Manscape or not?
Manscaped?
Or not?
Or not? Oh, no, Manscaped. Yeah, you definitely have to Manscaped.
Jeans or sweats?
Thought.
Instagram or TikTok?
Instagram. I'm too old for TikTok.
How about toilet paper over or under?
Over. I'm not a serial killer. Come on.
And what's your wish? What's your wish, Colin, for 2021?
Just health and happiness for for my family and everyone else out there.
I second that. You second that?
I second, third, and fourth it.
All right, Colin. Thank you. Yay! Yay, Colin.
Now, Colin.
Always keeping me on my toes.
You're like, what? Manscaped or not?
Yeah, Sin loves writing up the question. She cracks herself up.
I do. I really do.
Now, during this whole pandemic, is there anything that a hobby you've picked up or something you've always wanted to do that you like, well, I got the time now, I might as well, learn to paint or, fix my car or do this, do that. Is there something, a little pandemic hobby you've picked up?
You know what? It's, it's pandemic, just having all this time to yourself, you kind of think about like maybe, what you want to do or what you want to do after, the world is back to normal. And to be honest, I've just been, I've been working on some TV things. I've been making some TV pitches and then been sending out to some people that I know. And, like I said earlier, I just fell in love with the entertainment side of things. I love putting, making productions and stuff like that. And, I've just been really just working on some TV things and, keeping my head down and just kind of, now's the time to do it, right? I'm just hanging around at home. So, so far it's been good, and hopefully, something good will come out of 2021.
Yes, from your mouth to God's ears.
What's the first thing you want to do? That's what I want to know. Do you want to I want to stand online in Starbucks, be totally mushed together, and talk to the person next to me. What's the first thing you want to do?
Oh my God! Well, yeah, I want to hug all my friends and family. That's for sure.
Exactly.
Maybe be able to travel a little bit. Some friends that I have, across country, and just FaceTime is great, but just not seeing them in person is totally different. And then going out and supporting, all the local spots that I go to in Patchogue and stay at Bayshore, Babel, and Sable, and I'm sure all those guys are hurting a little bit, but safety first, and hopefully we can all get back to normal soon.
Yeah, this has just been way too. I'm a laid back guy, and I don't mind watching a lot of TV. I'm a TV type of guy, but enough is enough. I just like to be able to go out. It's even to go to the store. I've been working around the house. Even to go to Lowe's to get a little nonsense. Oh, I need some screws, or I need a light bulb or something. It's a whole rigmarole. Go out, get masked up, the gloves, and I come home. And we're a little extra cautious. We were ill with it, so come home, I shower, I'm working on my project, and 20 minutes later, I realize I forgot something else. So I've taken 5-6 showers a day going to Lowe's, just trying to get something, put in a sink in. I keep forgetting parts. I'm like, by the time I'm done, I'm all waterlogged.
Yeah, I think when this was lasting, during the summer, we were kind of more fortunate that we were able to, kind of go outside, go to beaches and everything like that. But now that's still going through the winter, it's, coming back around. It's kind of, putting a damper on a lot of things. Now that we're just stuck inside, up here in New York. So, like I said, hopefully this ends soon, and we can get back to normal.
Yeah, so it would be nice, and especially like you said, the winter time is coming in, and
But we got the new show to watch. We have Summer House also coming on, so you guys are going to get us through this winter. I'm telling you.
Yeah, hopefully we can. Hopefully we can get people's minds off of what's going on, and hopefully this winter goes by fast.
Yes.
Yeah, Bravo's going to bring the brightness to everyone's winter. I can't wait to watch Galley Talk this Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern on Bravo TV. Well, Colin, besides finding the new show, 7 p.m. Friday night on Bravo TV, how can my audience keep up with everything Colin Macy-O'Toole, Below Deck, and Galley Talk?
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram. I'm Colin_Macy-O'Toole. Twitter, Colin Macy-O'Toole. Facebook, Colin Macy-O'Toole. Basically, I always say just Google my name, and there's not many Colin Macy-O'Tooles out there, so you'll find everything you want about me. And I'm, I'll message me if you guys are bored. I try and reach out and DM people back as much as I possibly can, and like I said, hopefully, we can get through this pandemic together.
Well, that sounds great. Well, Colin, thank you for being on the Big Fat Joey Show. I wish you nothing but luck and success, especially with Galley Talk. I'm truly excited to see it. It's already programmed in on my DVR for Friday nights, just in case we happen to be doing something at 7:00. But I'm excited because I love when cast members like yourself put commentary on the show, because you guys know what's going on. What really should have happened or could have happened or didn't happen. And it's just a whole new insight, a whole new in-depth look of actually how the show is going.
I'm ready. I got my cocktails ready. I'm set. I'm ready. I'm so excited.
We're trying to make Friday nights fun again.
Yes, absolutely.
TGIF. Yes. We're going to steal that right from ABC, by the way. Give them credit for that.
But I'm excited, and thank you so much for coming to hang out with us.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Stay safe.
You too, Colin. Thank you very much. Happy New Year. Be well, be safe, and we'll speak soon. What a fun interview, Sin.
Colin is so fun, let me tell you.
So fun, so talented. If you've seen,
and I love the show.
Love both, the Below Deck Med and Galley Talk. It's great to have that. They bookend. Below Deck is on Mondays, and Galley Talk is on Friday evenings. So, it's great always having Colin on. It's fun speaking. And he's a fellow Long Islander. He's not that far from us,
Nope.
Maybe 20, 30 miles east of us. Hopefully we'll get to run into him one day.
I'm excited.
I am as well. All right. Up next, everyone, is my interview with Mary Alouette. And right after that interview, we'll be hearing her latest song from her newest EP, which dropped the other day, January 15th. So pick it up on your favorite streaming service. We'll be listening to C'est Tu Corazon. All right, everyone, let's welcome to the line singer, songwriter, music producer, artist coach, Mary Alouette, also known as A Lark. Mary, welcome to the Big Fat Joey Show. How are you?
Hey, I'm great. Thank you. Thanks, Joe, for having me. This is really exciting.
Thank you for being on. Yes, I am super pumped to have you on. I am excited for what you are doing, how you're helping to promote women in the music industry, how you're setting them on the straight and narrow and letting them learn from all of your life's experience. Before we get into that, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Well, I currently am an electronic pop singer and songwriter and music producer and artist coach. My background is quite a journey of self-discovery musically, and that's how I can connect with a lot of other female artists in ways, in this idea of finding your voice and your identity and your signature sound. I grew up doing professional musical theater and film work, acting, and then I was an opera singer. And I sang opera internationally. I got my bachelor's of music in opera singing at the Schulich School of Music at McGill University in Montreal, Canada, and sang in castles in the Italian Alps and in Austria for summers. And while I was doing opera, I was in there during the day, and then I had one foot in, one foot out. And at night, I'd be exploring all of Montreal's eclectic, forward-thinking music scene, getting into all sorts of genres of music. And I knew that it wasn't exactly me, and I also didn't know how to really go after what I wanted, which is what I'm doing now with pop and electronic music. I just felt a little bit intimidated, or that I didn't have any role models to show me how. Even though there were definitely other women making electronic music, I didn't feel a way to be connected with them or give myself the permission to do it. And so in this quest for identity, I spent the summer working on a vineyard in the south of France and stayed at this historic chateau and fell in love with this breezy, carefree nature. And then when I came back to the States, I moved to New York to fulfill a childhood dream. And I knew I just wanted to be a singer in New York City. And I found this opportunity to sing gypsy jazz, which is hot jazz from the 1930s, made famous by legendary guitarist Django Reinhardt. And I found this opportunity to do a gig from a Craigslist ad. And I could sing in French because of opera, and I had just been in France. And so I learned some songs that night, got the gig, and then one thing led to another, and it unfolded into a 7-year-long career in New York doing gypsy jazz full time, sometimes 5 nights a week, 3-hour gigs. And I was blessed to be able to be invited to headline at the Rainbow Room at 30 Rock a number of times, and headline at the Millennium Stage at the Kennedy Center, and win some artist residencies at Strathmore and Brooklyn Arts Council. And while I was doing gypsy jazz, I love the music. I love the community. The people are awesome. The music's beautiful. And I have this incredible opportunity to go live in a Romani gypsy caravan, was to stay there briefly in France in 2 different communities, which was really cool. But I also found it wasn't fully me again. And I worked at a music studio as an audio engineer apprentice. And I had 7 missed interviews because maybe there was a Skype global blackout, or the owner just didn't show up for our interview. And I just kept persevering, and eventually he just gave me that job, and I got to engineer and produce artists all by myself for a few months. And I learned so much behind the glass there, and ended up getting to sit in on sessions with platinum artists like A$AP Rocky and things like that. But through that, I finally started to combine my love for electronic music and jazz and classical, and I wrote and recorded a few of my own albums, 3 released under Mary Alouette, 2 under Mary Alouette, 1 under a large, and then another tropical electronic collaboration with a producer friend of mine named Elkin and a Lark. And some of those albums had successes like winning grand prize awards in the Mid-Atlantic Songwriting Competition and things like that. And it was really great. And I'm very blessed. And at the same time, I still felt like I couldn't find my voice, like my true identity. I felt like I would kind of have successes, but not in the way that I wanted to. And at one point, I started feeling very lost. And I felt like I needed some external validation that would put a stamp of approval on me, because I didn't give that to myself. And so I decided to apply for all of these artist residencies at these renowned artist networks abroad. And I worked off, and I didn't get any of these ones abroad. And I got some local ones, but not those ones abroad that I desperately wanted for my validation, that I thought I needed. And so I was disappointed, but also a small percentage of people got them that were more established than I was. So I was like, all right, well, what am I going to do? Am I going to stop facing this idea of not being able to find my own voice? And so I decided to create my own artist retreat in Cuba. And at that time, I didn't even have much money, but I just booked a ticket, booked an Airbnb, and I made the decision that I was going to go. And I created my own solo month-long artist retreat there, and ended up writing and recording a Cuban jazz album. I ended up collaborating with Cuban hip hop artists and American producers, music producers, and filmmakers on a hip hop album, and being in a documentary film with them, and performing at Havana's premier cultural venue, Fábrica de Arte. And it's just really cool what happens when you decide to say yes to yourself and to give experiences to yourself and to go after a wild dream, because it ended up being better than anything I could have ever imagined. And I thought, maybe this is a prototype for the idea of going after something that you want in life. So yeah, I wrote and recorded this Cuban jazz album. I hired a 6-piece band to record it with me, with some of Havana's top musicians, and that's coming out on January 15th, 2021. And that also gave me a good sense of clarity to go after what I truly wanted. And so that was a big turning point in my life, where I founded Set Your Life to Music, this artist coaching business where I mentor female musicians in pop and electronic music, primarily female musicians who are singers, songwriters, and music producers looking to find their signature sound, to sing confidently, to write, record, and release music that they love. And they need practical training, but practical training alone doesn't get you there. I know from my own experience, I needed to find my internal sense of self-worth and to give myself permission and to get out of fear and codependent ways of thinking that I wasn't even aware of. So I founded that to help other artists. I founded it to help myself, really. And I was like, I'm sure there are other people who would benefit from this. And I had been teaching music I've been teaching music for 14 years now, in addition to performing professionally for 27 years. So I was like, okay, if I can package up everything that I've learned on the gig and put together life and business resources that I've picked up along the way, I'm sure this will be valuable to other people. And so I've been growing Set Your Life to Music. And also I am, aside from the Cuban Diaries album that's coming out on January 15th, I'm also releasing another pop and electronic album that is coming out in this spring as singles under my artist name, Lark. So I'm really just going after it. And, life is too short to not go after your dreams. We're not promised tomorrow. And as scary as the unknown is, we know what the known is. So you might as well go after what you want. And that's the message that I love to think about and share with others.
Now, speaking of messages, what's one thing you can give as a piece of advice to all the female artists out there?
Your self-worth is within. It's about looking within. You have the answers. Even if the answer within is to look towards that next step. Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. Because the women are grossly underrepresented in the music industry. And when we're there can be sexism. Not always, but there can be. And it can be made to feel, in my own experience, like we're unworthy. And it's just a way of also, whether it's in music or not, is giving yourself the opportunities and saying yes to your dreams and knowing that you have those dreams and they're made for you and you can create them if you decide to allow yourself to pursue them.
Right. I mean, the music industry, the entertainment industry as a whole is difficult to break into. It's difficult to find. I don't know what I'm trying. It's difficult to find. I don't want to use the word. It's not honest people. It's just difficult to find the right people that fit with what you're looking to do, who have the time to help you. Because it's not like, it's not your regular 9-to-5 job. You can't say, oh, Oh, I'm a computer guy. I want to go work for Microsoft. What do they pay over there? Oh, everyone starts off at 50,000. Everyone gets the 401. You get 2 weeks vacation. You get health care. In the entertainment industry, 2 artists doing the same exact thing could be treated differently. And what I mean by differently, one could be making a ton of money and have a ton of perks, and the other one could be working for scale, and they get a bottle of warm water, every other day to drink. And it's difficult to find that mentorship, that person or individual group of people who can help you, find your path and go from there.
That's true. For me, it's always been about finding a mentor. So I found my own mentors and invested in myself when I didn't have the money. And I continue to invest in myself. I looked at people who are doing what I want to do, who are living the life that I want to live, and who have the attitude that I want to have. Because in some areas of my life, I was being taught things by people in music or life that I didn't really want to live their life. So why am I going to follow their rules of doing life?
Right.
So I think mentorship is crucial.
Right. It's, I have a background in finance. It's like, all right, if you want to earn $1 million a year and you want to figure out how to do that, you don't hang out with an individual who only makes 100,000 a year. You hang out with the individual who makes millions a year to figure out, this person's making millions a year. Let me see how they're doing it. What's their work ethic? What's their mindset? How are they doing this? Because, if you hung out with someone who's not making what you're looking to make, that's what you're going to wind up making. You're going to make the same as they have made. Oh, they always made 100. I'll probably make 100 now. But, yes, you need to find the person that fits your criteria and that fits your vision.
Spot on. Yep.
Now, your online platform, I read, and I was very excited to see this because you don't see this very often. People can contact you and get a free consultation. How's that work?
Yeah, they can get a free song feedback session. It's 20 minutes for either their singing or their songwriting. So it could be if they're singing a cover song or if they want to work on their original songwriting. And they can go to setyyourlifetomusic.com/call. And from there, they'll book a time that fits their schedule and send in something that they're working on in process. And we'll look at, different factors depending on what they need. It's all individual, but, arrangement, producing vocals, writing hooks, melodic and rhythmic motifs, how to make this song build and carry momentum and energy, help with lyrics, help with vocal delivery, communicating a mood, different things like that. And they can get that free song feedback session. If they want to work in a larger container, I work with artists in one-on-one coaching for 90 days. And that's an option that's available, but that is not necessarily, it's not a requirement, but it is something that is a great joy for me. And my clients are winning the Apollo Theater's Amateur Night Making a Star and winning the Mid-Atlantic Song Contest and the International Song Contest and all these different awards, as well as personal rewards for going after what they like. So they're having great successes, and it's a big joy to work together.
Well, I think you hit it right on the head. It's about personal joy. Obviously, I'm sure you have clients who do this to try to make a living out of their musical skills. And I'm sure you have clients who do this as maybe a side thing that, they've already got their regular 9 to 5, but you know what? I've always wanted to sing. And, unless someone offers me, $1 million recording contract, I'm going to have to keep my regular 9 to 5 job, but I don't mind doing this on the side. Maybe I'll sing in some cabarets. I'm sure you have a lot of clients in a mix of that nature.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, how can my audience find, follow, and keep up with everything Mary Alouette, A.K.A. A Lark?
Yes, you can go to setyourlifetomusic.com, and there's information on that free singing or songwriting feedback session. I also have a free community of high vibe female artists. It's on Facebook, and you can join. You'll find the link at setyourlifetomusic.com. But in Facebook, you can also go to facebook.com/group/setyourlifetomusic. I give free trainings regularly on music business, mindset, time management, finance management for artists, singing, songwriting, music production, personal growth, and spirituality to step into that artist that you dream of being, because that changes. It's an inside job. And so it's great to be in a community of other artists who are thinking big and expanding their music and their personal lives. So that's on Facebook at facebook.com/groups/setyourlifetomusic. All those catching the replay later on, these are going to be ongoing workshops as well. So you can always go to setyourlifetomusic.com/workshop to join the latest one. And I'm also releasing music at alarke.com, ALARKE.com. And you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and Instagram.com/setyourlifetomusic and Instagram.com/alarke, ALARKE_. And I'm so excited. The biggest thing with the Cuban Diaries is that this is coming out. It's going to be on all the major Spotify, Apple Music, other, like all of the major streaming platforms. So you can look up Mary Alouette, Cuban Diaries. That's coming out on January 15th. And it's just so cool to hear this Cuban jazz in a reimagined setting for today. And yeah, so you can look for that there as well.
Well, that's great. Well, Mary Alouette, thank you for being on the Big Fat Joey Show. I wish you nothing but luck and success in all that you do, and we'll speak soon.
Thank you. And likewise, it's been such a pleasure. Speak soon.
Bye now.
Porque no vives a mi mundo.
Wow, what a talented artist. And
So talented, and I love the song.
And she is giving back, and she is projecting that woman power. She's helping other women get involved in the entertainment industry, get involved in music, and helping to guide them as best she can.
So amazing and so empowering.
All right, everyone. Well, even though it's New Year, we still have the same old clock on the wall. Tick tock, tick tock. Man, it goes fast, and it goes fast.
New year. This is your new show for the first one of the year.
First one of the year. Also like to say one of my friends, Rob, he just turned the big 50. Happy birthday. His birthday was on Friday, the 15th of January. Happy birthday, Rob. Hopefully you enjoyed. You know what? It's 2021. We're looking forward. Can't wait for the summer. Can't wait to have you listen to all the new artists and entertainers and just the great people that we get on the show. All right, everyone. Well, this is Big Fat Joey. Big Fat Joey Show. Biggest thing on radio here with Sin. Reminding everyone to
make every sandwich count.
Peace.